Okay, little pookers, I'm back up. I did it. I lit a candle. It'll make everything easy so it's not pure dark. Okay, so I was sleeping again. And let's be a reminder, these idiots like to haunt my head. I was so calm in my dream when the earthquake happened, but really God shook them out of my head. And they ran like little dogs and pigs. Yeah, God's getting tired of you being in my dreams. I kind of want to look at it way deeper now into what scientists need freaking shit to look into. If you think about it like this, you know how those cartoons show, and even movies can show you science. No lie, you just pick it up and you see it. And as I took a shower, as I got done taking a shower, yes, I had to freshen up after I got out of bed. I like to go to the bed first, then freshen up, wake up late, a little bit 5 minutes later. But what I'm saying is, the mind, it's a state of its own, people say, right? Well, the mind is where the dreams and where your thinking goes. Yeah? But it does say demons have this thing of entering. One man's soul for another. They're not hungry enough. Demons can't have my soul. I'm way too strong for them. They gotta get up by now. I'm pretty sure demons don't know how to get up. Sometimes they can't even come to me when they want to. But your mind is another place to travel when you don't want to be in reality anymore. The brain is a very strong passage, like they said. It's just the brain links to the spirit realm of your own dreams. And is what connected to God. So think about it, y'all. Your brain is like connected to God. And you want to experiment on me? Why don't you experiment on your own self? Seriously. Because you are what I is. Whether you like it or not, but you're losing what I'm getting. Power. God had to shake you. That's why during the whole fucking stage, I stayed calm in my dream. Like, is anybody going to help me? Is anybody going to help me? Like, I just stayed calm because somehow, deep down inside, I knew that that earthquake inside my brain wasn't real. And I knew that was God removing the nasty roaches who don't know how to get out of my brain, knows how to manifest inside my head and make themselves comfortable. See, my enemies don't attack only in reality. They attack me in my dreams. So they do these spells just to get inside somebody's mind. And I have to go to war with them inside and out. You guys want to play mind games? I got gifts of my own. And the last person I played mind games with, it pissed her off. Are you ready? It's a good thing I had to play my role in the spirit realm. Jesus. I got tired of fighting you in the spirit realm, so I see the whole difference. I pray God makes an earthquake for you in my head every day. It'll make your motherfuckers scatter. For real. I know I'm safe. Are you? You guys need help. All of you guys are so mentally unstable. You don't even know when to leave somebody alone. When you can take down every fucking buddy else, but you can't take down one person. You may live to have everybody else's life, but you ain't living out fine. Yeah, I was a fool to let you into the past. Turns out, I was a fool, a silly fucking fool to let you in my head. A long time I was a fool. You guys want to see something? I believe I got the gift to play with elements. You see, the fire. You see the fire, right? Somehow it's drawn to you. You know, you can make friends with the elements. Just gotta think about it. If the angels can make friends with the elements and touch elements, so can you. With no fear, embrace. Fire rise. You see the fire rising? Now, watch the fire follow my hand. I'm not moving it. So here, let's do it like this. It's fully on camera. And here. So my hands is back here, right? See how my hands are going slow? People say I'm hallucinating and I watch it go fast. Now watch this. See how my hands move in the fire? That was the wind. Dun 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 dun. Fire lean. See how I'll end that way? Fire lean. And the fire becomes very pointy like a knife. Me and the elements get along. We're alright. So there. But anywho, like I said, me and the elements get along. I'm in practice mode though. I'm actually really learning just how to actually use my spiritual gifts that were given to me. I like to practice with them and play with the elements. See, I'm not using elements for negative, so there's a difference. Sorry. And I make sure the moon rejected your magic. She don't deserve to be forced to use. Nature don't deserve that. So just know every time you want to land in my head, God's going to shake you the fuck out. Or he's going to drown you out. Or he's going to destroy you out. Or he's going to flood you out. And basically, God never said the world was ending. So I don't know what you were fucking listening to, but see, I'm pretty sure man has this wild image of taking advantage of God's life just because God chose not to come to the ground. You know how why God, and maybe it was true, God didn't want to touch the ground because he was illy disgusted with it. And most of us angels on earth have to be with you idiots. You got righteous feds who are angels, earth angels. I'm an earth angel. You got other people who are earth angels. Seriously. You guys need help. Just because you can't sleep doesn't mean I don't have to go to bed. And you're not keeping me up. Because why I stay unaffected in my sleep by the earthquakes and the waves, you're affected. You're scared. Stop trying to make my way up to God. Because you're not making it to God. You wonder. You're that eager to see him. Can't defeat him. Not in my head. I gave the big man my brain, body, mind, and soul. What the fuck were you thinking? I gave God my son's Oliver body, mind, and soul. What were you thinking? That means he has control 100% over me. You don't. You're not allowed. And guess what? You guys want to live in my brain while you want to live in reality? You're not making yourselves known in my head. You're the one violating people's privacies. I had this dream, and I'm going to share it with you. First of all, let's do the dun dun dun. First dream. And these dreams tell a story. I had a dream. I see the energy these people carry. Some of them carry certain sins, and some of them carry other sins. Wow, sins are living in people like crazy these days. God does not like the demons. I pray every part of his light hits everybody. I face my own demons. That's why they try so hard to attack me. I made a promise to God once I get my son back, I'm no longer smoking. Right now, without my baby, I'm just a little eesh. I think I want to get high now. So, the post office has been stealing checks. I'm going to go down there and question their little ass. This is the weed. That's the difference. I made a little cigarette. I figured instead of smoking up my whole pack, I rolled one. And I used the rest of the paper to roll weed. See how it burns out quickly? It's weed. Now watch it make me choke. Anywho, the fire is getting high. There was a dream I had, and this is the scary dream. There was this demon. And somehow she felt like fear. I saw them. I could see them. Each demon, I could see them. Fear is a female and a male. So fear can dress up many ways. No. Fear is the male. Fear is, I'm going to tell you what fear looks like. Fear is this blue-headed demon with pointy ears. And on his face is a circle. Like a hypnotizing circle. But the circle is in a black, white, the rest of his face is blue and pointy like a green goblin. And he's dressed in a black suit. Then you got Wrath and Sloth. Wrath is dressed like the female. She comes out with the long dark hair. No, I think it's Sloth. Yeah, Sloth. It's Sloth. Not Wrath. Sloth comes out with the long dark hair like the movie The Ring. And Fear comes out like the blue goblin of evil. So far, I've seen 2 sins. And I did find out that hell and heaven were once at ease, but hell was jealous of heaven's kingdom and hell wanted to take over. And hell wanted to try to run a kingdom of its own, but see, hell was even tested because hell was created by heaven. Hell was on earth before heaven. In my type of state, heaven took over. You know, yes, in the beginning, there were angels on earth. And yeah, that story goes deeper than you guys don't even know. Apparently, when you listen to man, you temply wrong about the angels. Because half of us still lie on the earth these days from the beginning when God created it. Anywho, and we're still here. Just in human disguise and form. Earth angels. Yeah. Warriors of God. Warriors in heaven and warriors on earth. So, not only that, for Alonzo, we're going to push this a little quicker. I'm going to find out your location on really where you sit by God, and I'm going to give it to the police. I noticed this other dream too. Looks like a castle. When I was in my dream, I went to this castle, and on the floor it was a castle. Where I lived. But the moon sat on it, and there was a star on the floor. I don't know what that really sign is, to be honest. I'm not eager to figure them out, but solve mysteries. And I like mystery solving. Thanks to these idiots, they gave you something to do. But you are not going to stop the blessings from coming. I'm telling you. All right, guys, stop itching my feet. Seriously. Excuse me. Ooh. See, that's weed. It made me cough. And I'm high. There's the difference. When every time you guys want to make yourselves comfortable, God's going to shake you right out and leave you running like little dummies that you are. And I'm going to wake up and I'm going to be like, yeah. The only one I want in my dream is successful dude, my son, and God. And Jesus. And heaven. Those are the only ones allowed in my dream. And God is not going to be appearing in my dreams until you're not there. Okay, I thought I had something in my nose. It was like a fur ball. Turns out to be a fur ball. I don't know how, but it was there. All right. Yeah. Anywho. I met fear and I met sloth. Now I just need to meet wrath, temptation, is Satan. 7 deadly sins. There's an 8th sin. Temptation is the 8th sin. I've met the 8th sin. The 8th sin carries the 7th sin. All right, so let's see. You got wrath, sloth, envy, lust, gluttony, pride. Wrath, sloth, gluttony, envy, pride, fear, and greed, and temptation. To be honest, there's 8 sins. Not 7, 8. So if there's 8 sins, aren't there 2 more sins? Yeah. Abortion, and curse. No. Yeah. Yeah. There's more than 8 sins. Let's be known. I think I got this. 8 sins, 9 sins. Okay. Yeah, there's envy. There's envy, sloth, wrath, pride, greed, envy, lust, envy, sloth, wrath, pride, greed, lust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Envy, lust, greed, pride, wrath. No, envy, lust, greed, pride, wrath, sloth, fear, curse, There's two more. Slay and kill. Right? Envy. 1, 2, 3, 4. I know temptation's the last one. Envy, sloth, wrath, pride, greed, lust, fear, curse. There's another sin, God. There's 10 sins. Because Satan wants to be like God. There's a 9th sin. I gotta find that again. All right. So you got 10 sins. The biggest sin is temptation, which was Satan. Because get it? In the beginning, Satan tempted Eve and Adam into sinning. There's just a 9th sin that I'm missing. There's got to be a 9th sin. I want to figure this out. Slaughter, envy, sloth, wrath, pride, greed, lust, fear, curse, slaughter, temptation. Maybe slaughter. Yeah, because that's killing people and killing innocent things. 10 sins that God hates. Envy, sloth, wrath, pride, greed, lust, fear, curse, slaughter, and temptation. Nailed it. Jesus, it's my right hand if that is right. Not the right leg, because it's been itching like crazy. Yay, he ripped the arm. All right. All right, 10 sins. Not 7 sins, 10 that God hates. Remember these 10 sins that God hates. Temptation, slaughter, curse, fear, lust, greed, pride, wrath, sloth, and envy. Dun, dun, dun. And the only one who carried those 10 sins in the beginning of Adam and Eve was the snake. And yes, Jesus comes down with fire in his eyes, but not for us, for Satan. His second coming is peaceful for us. Because just like one was born into sin and manipulated into sin, all of us were. It's okay. Because you need to survive. All because God doesn't come down on your timing the way you want it to be. You know why nobody has left this earth and everything has been the way it is? Because you're on the ground of judgment and test. God don't want people in his heaven like this, full of sin. Are you kidding me? I don't blame him. Everything we're upon is a damn sin. And all because the government had to follow some damn fucking Donald ass Trump who carries Satan's spirit into greed and war and survival. So you let that one itty bitty ugly ass president and something that Satan serves. Yeah, I know there's another greedy, dirty motherfucker who Satan serves. But at the same time, I think this one serves God in a way. He's not as evil, but he serves God. And he's the biggest I've heard. Somehow, wrath is the first beginning of the sin. Wrath is the leader. I'm on the right path here. Wrath is leader of all sins, but temptation was the one to sin. I guess we know who the king is of hell. The real king. Well, when YouTube actually explains a lot with the biblical, goes really deep, it's a thing. Wrath is the biggest sin out of all. That God does not like. Yeah. Exactly. Killing and slaughtering people. And the three sins that work together doing that is wrath as the leader, sloth, and slaughter are the side pieces. But then made an army upon God's angels. They're angels, bro. They're angels. Okay? So, really, to be honest, Satan, Lucifer, these are angels from heaven. Envy, fear, curse, temptation, greed, lust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. There we go. Whew, that was better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So, We're going to make this equal. There, much better. So let's write this better on a piece of paper. Out of all, I've solved another case. Booyah! Hold on. Let me do this. Perfect. I'd rather use diapers to write on because they're in plastic. Oh, all right. All right. Got it. Because God needs the fallen angels back. To be honest, let's just say he does not want to destroy, his other angels that followed such a sin. That sucks. Okay. Long time. Better. Now, for example, ten sins. Actually, my calculations are right on that. Okay? Envy. Sloth. Wrath. Pride. Greed. Lust. Fear. Curse. Slaughter. Tempt. Shun. Perfect. All right? And the leader and the two followers have a minus. The fallen one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Seven fallen angels followed another kingdom. Wow. I will. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's what God wants to gather. All right. Well, I made the 10 sins. This is now learned in 25 less per se. 2025. I made this. 2025, I made this. So, what I've experienced learning from YouTube, and this just came to my head just now. Sorry, dudes, but not sorry. You didn't want me to wake up because I would find out the map of what's really what and gets deeper and gets deeper and gets deeper of who you would work in and where your little hideout is. Oh yeah, I've mentioned earlier, I saw your hideout, Satan. And Jesus, you got an ugliest creator on earth. God says not to curse. He didn't make an ugly Satan. I tried to hold it. Forgive me, Lord. I don't mean to curse Satan, but Jesus, come on. You think about it. You let him here. Now you got to work to get your kids back. It's a horrible mistake, my Lord. Yeah. No, I wasn't cursing God. I was cursing what God let on his ground, who calls himself the creator. Satan. Hello. The ground ain't no creator. The universe is. That's why I work for him. Like the righteous feds work for the universe too. All right, so turns out the 7 sins are the fallen angels. Hi, bros and cons. And you're following the wrong God, which is wrath and slaughter and sloth. So you're telling me There were three. Yeah, hell is weak. I said not to laugh at evil. I'm trying. I had something in my brain just now. Hell need to steal heaven's army to defeat God. Yeah, hell is weak. Bro. Oh, you seven fallen angels, why would you fall for something that can't satisfy you? You better get back and repent. Because, bros, you're archangels and you're bowing down to three miniatures that were created by God's their self, who are easily about to feel the wrath of Jesus. Frightened much? Why continue to serve someone who's a loser when you should be serving the Most High who created you and that loser? Oh, God. So Wrath had to steal some angels from heaven because his army was little and weak. Really? Seriously? So what? You can turn heaven's army against its nations, and that way you would make sure you would sow fear so they could take in your punishment? Ugh. Doesn't even go deeper than that. You foolish seven angels of fallen decided to serve somebody who's going to die out of its creator's hands. And you see why God can't forgive you. Because you apologize and you continue to do the same thing. And he knows you better than you know yourselves. But you want to take it out on the poor creation out of jealousy because, maybe God put that creation so you could have some friends down here to help you. But you, bros, you're dirty. I think I had sex with a fallen angel. Watch it. Oh, God. Stop trying, bro. I am not here to sin. I'm trying to work in the name of Jesus. Turns out we always get attacked because you got the grounds. What happens? We come back 10 times stronger. You're annoying. Some annoying ass fallen angels I'm dealing with. I'm not weak, Not just gonna let you seven sinful fallen motherfuckers take advantage. We know heaven doesn't want war with its angels, but when you leave certain things no choice, it must take place. Don't be alarmed. Because you already know. It was written. You see, when God created Earth, it's not like he never knew this shit was going to happen. He let it happen because he figured, okay, I like this story. Let's let it play out because now know this motherfucker think he got me. So honestly, I got him. I saw what God's planning. I'm not telling you. It's a surprise. I'm just giving you the judgments and the messages and the truth and the story. And to solve a puzzle. Like I said, I'm the investigator. Dun dun dun. Have a good night.